Imagine this. You feel fine. No pain, no warning signs. Just another quiet morning with your coffee and the newspaper. But inside your body, something silent is building. Slowly, steadily, dangerously. It's high blood pressure. And for millions of seniors, it's ticking away like a hidden time bomb. They call it the silent killer for a reason. It doesn't ache. It doesn't throb. It whispers, while quietly putting pressure on your heart, your brain, your kidneys. Until one day, it doesn't whisper anymore. It roars through a stroke, a heart attack, or a hospital visit that no one saw coming. But here's what makes it even more dangerous. It's not always the big choices that put your health at risk. It's the little ones, the habits we repeat every day without thinking. What you put on your plate, whether you take that pill on time, how long you sit, how long you hold in your stress. You might be doing all the right things, seeing your doctor, staying active, watching your numbers. But inside those routines could be quiet mistakes, harmless seeming habits that are quietly working against you. And unless someone calls them out, they stay hidden, doing damage. One day, 1 week, 1 month at a time. That's why this video matters. This isn't about scaring you. It's about empowering you. We're not here to lecture. We're here to shine a light on 7 of the most common mistakes seniors make when managing blood pressure. And better yet, how to fix them with practical, doable, encouraging changes that actually fit into your life. Whether you've been managing hypertension for years or you're just starting to pay attention to those numbers on the screen, this is for you. Because blood pressure isn't just a number, it's a mirror of how your body's living, how well you sleep, how much you move, how deeply you breathe, and how confidently you live your day. And that starts not with perfection, but with awareness, knowing what to avoid and what to do instead. So let's dive in and start building a stronger, steadier foundation for your heart health. One smart habit at a time. Let's start with the foundation. Managing high blood pressure often begins with one small thing, a tiny pill. But that little pill carries a big responsibility. And one of the most common and most dangerous mistakes seniors make, not taking medication correctly. Sometimes it's a missed dose here and there. Sometimes it's taking it at the wrong time. And sometimes it's stopping altogether because, well, I feel fine. But here's the truth. Feeling fine doesn't mean your blood pressure is fine. It just means the medication might be doing its job. Blood pressure pills don't give you a feel-better sensation like an aspirin might. They work in silence, just like high blood pressure itself. They're behind-the-scenes bodyguards protecting your heart, your brain, and your arteries from silent damage. But skip a dose? Stretch it out to save money? Stop without telling your doctor? That invisible guard vanishes, and suddenly your body is unprotected. Many people have reasons. You forgot. You felt okay. You didn't like the side effects. Or maybe you were trying to make that prescription last a little longer. And yes, those reasons make sense on the surface, but the consequences build beneath it. Without consistency, blood pressure can spike without warning. And the next warning might be a stroke, a trip to the ER, or something you can't undo. Here's the good news. This is one of the most preventable mistakes. Start by making your medication routine automatic. Set an alarm, use a pill organizer, link it to something you already do, like brushing your teeth or pouring your morning coffee. And if something doesn't feel right, say something. Don't stop the pill. Don't suffer in silence. Call your doctor. Ask questions. Often there's another option, a lower dose, a different formulation, a generic brand that fits your budget. Also, if cost is a barrier, speak up. There are programs, discounts, and resources you may not even know exist. Your health is too important to be silent about. And remember this, if your blood pressure is reading normal, that's not a reason to stop the pill. That's a sign the pill is working. Managing medication isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. One pill, one day, one decision at a time. Your heart is counting on you, and so is your future. You may have tossed the salt shaker. You might even think, I don't eat that much salt. But here's the surprise most people never see coming. The salt that raises your blood pressure isn't the kind you sprinkle. It's the kind that's already hidden in your food. Everyday items, familiar meals, trusted brands, canned soups, deli meats, salad dressings, frozen dinners, even that healthy slice of whole grain bread. They may seem harmless, but inside, packed with sodium, not for flavor, but for shelf life. And that salt adds up, quietly. Too much sodium acts like a flood behind a dam. It makes your body retain water, increases blood volume, and puts more pressure on your arteries. Over time, that pressure wears down your heart like a tire overinflated day after day. And here's what makes it even more serious for seniors. As we age, our kidneys don't filter salt as well. Even moderate sodium intake can trigger bigger spikes in blood pressure than it did in our 40s or 50s. It can worsen swelling in the legs and place more strain on the heart. But because you don't feel salt, it's easy to ignore until something goes wrong. So how do you fix it? Start with awareness. Don't just read the front of the package. Look at the nutrition label. Sodium isn't just hiding, it's sneaking in. A single serving of soup can hold 700 milligrams or more. That's nearly half your daily limit in just one bowl. Even breakfast cereal, sandwich bread, and low-fat snacks can quietly load you up with salt. Look for labels that say, check mark low sodium, under 140 milligrams per serving, check mark no salt added, check mark unsalted or reduced sodium. Next, take back your kitchen. Rinse canned vegetables and beans before using. Choose fresh or frozen foods without sauces. Use herbs, garlic, pepper, lemon juice, or vinegar instead of reaching for the salt shaker. And give your taste buds time. At first, low-salt food may seem bland, but over a few weeks, your palate adjusts, and suddenly you can taste the real flavor of food again. Many people even find salty foods become too strong or unpleasant, because cutting back on salt doesn't mean giving up flavor. It means reclaiming clarity, energy, and stability. Every bite you take becomes a step toward balance, a step away from the hospital, and a step toward a life that's calmer, clearer, and more in your control. Here's the thing about blood pressure. You can't feel it, not when it starts to rise, not when it crosses the danger zone. You can wake up, make breakfast, go for a walk, feeling just fine, while your blood pressure quietly climbs, until one day it peaks and no one sees it coming. That's what makes high blood pressure so deceptive. And that's why one of the most overlooked mistakes seniors make is this: not checking their numbers often enough. Some rely only on their yearly checkup. Others avoid the cuff because they don't want to know. But here's the truth: guessing is not a strategy, especially not with your heart. Blood pressure isn't fixed. It changes all day long. It reacts to stress, salt, movement, sleep, medications, even the weather. That perfect reading at your doctor's office, it might be a good day, or it might be low because you skipped lunch, or falsely high because you were nervous in the waiting room. That's why home monitoring isn't optional. It's essential. It gives you the real story, the trends, the patterns, the subtle shifts, and those details. They can mean the difference between staying stable or heading toward a crisis. It's easier than you think. Modern blood pressure monitors are affordable, simple, and designed for seniors, with big screens and automatic memory. Here's how to do it right. Choose one consistent time each day, morning or early evening. Sit calmly for 5 minutes before you take a reading. Keep your feet flat, arms supported, no talking. Log your numbers on paper or in an app. And here's the power in this. Over time, that log becomes a window into your health. It helps your doctor make smarter choices. It helps you spot problems early before they get serious. It's like having a conversation with your body every day. Some people avoid the cuff because they're afraid of what they'll see. But let me say this clearly. Avoiding your blood pressure doesn't protect you. It just gives problems more time to grow in silence. Awareness is power, and consistency is protection. This habit takes less than 5 minutes, but it might just save your life. Stress doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers. It settles into your shoulders. It hides behind a tight chest. It lingers in the silence when sleep won't come. And while most people think of high blood pressure as a diet or exercise issue, One of its quietest and most powerful drivers is chronic, unspoken stress. You see, your body listens to your emotions, even when your mouth says, "I'm fine." Every time you feel anxious, overwhelmed, or emotionally drained, your body reacts. It releases hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, part of the fight-or-flight response. Your heart rate increases, your blood vessels tighten, and your blood pressure climbs. That response is normal in short bursts. But when stress becomes a daily background noise, your body forgets how to relax. Your heart stays on high alert, and over time that pressure wears down your arteries, no matter how good your diet is or how consistent your medication routine. The danger? Stress often hides in plain sight, especially for seniors. Many of you have lived through decades of pushing through. You've been caregivers, breadwinners, survivors, and somewhere along the way, stress became something to ignore, not tend to. But here's the truth. Ignoring stress doesn't make it disappear. It just gives it more space to do quiet harm. The good news, managing stress doesn't require a therapist's couch or hours of meditation. It starts with small, intentional actions, simple tools that calm your nervous system. Try this. Deep breathing, in through your nose for 4 counts, out through your mouth for 6. Gentle movement, a short walk, a few shoulder rolls, chair yoga, stillness, sit outside, listen to music, light a candle, journal, pray, connection, call someone, laugh, talk about what's weighing on your heart. Think of stress management like brushing your teeth. You don't wait until something hurts. You do it to prevent pain. Even just 5 minutes of calm can reset your body's chemistry, lower your pressure, lift your mood, help you sleep more deeply, and most importantly, remind your heart that you're safe, that you're cared for, that you're allowed to rest. You don't have to carry the weight alone. You don't have to fix everything overnight. You just have to begin with one breath, one moment, one quiet step toward peace. Let's talk about movement, or more importantly, what happens when it disappears. As we get older, many of us begin to slow down. The knees creak, the energy dips. The couch starts to feel more comfortable than the sidewalk, and soon days go by, sitting, waiting, resting. But here's the hard truth. Too much rest can quietly hurt your heart, because when you stop moving, your circulation slows, your muscles weaken, and your blood pressure, it starts to rise, silently. You see, your heart is a muscle too, and just like any muscle, it works better when it's used. Even gentle movement strengthens your heart so it can pump blood more efficiently, with less strain. That means less pressure on your arteries, less work for your heart, more energy for you. But many seniors avoid activity, not out of laziness, but out of fear. Fear of pain, fear of falling, fear of doing it wrong. That's understandable. But here's the good news. You don't need a gym membership or a treadmill to help your heart. You just need to move a little every day. Try this. A short walk after breakfast, just to the mailbox and back. Gentle stretches before bed. Chair exercises while watching TV. Marching in place during commercials. Standing up every 30 minutes for a quick lap around the room. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. Because every time you move, even for 1 minute, you send your body a message. I'm still here, I'm still strong, I'm still part of life. And over time, that message becomes truth. Physical activity isn't just about strength, it's about freedom. The freedom to get out of bed without help, to climb the porch steps with confidence, to dance with your grandchild, to live without fear of falling or losing independence. So don't wait for the perfect time or the perfect plan. Start where you are, with what you have, your legs, your breath, your will. Because every step is a step toward health, toward energy, toward the version of you that still wants to move, not just for your heart, but for your life. A warm cup of coffee in the morning, a glass of wine after dinner. These small comforts often feel like rituals, tiny moments of peace in a busy or quiet day. And in moderation, they can be just that. But here's where things get tricky. Caffeine and alcohol can quietly push your blood pressure higher without you even realizing it. Let's start with caffeine. It's a stimulant. found in coffee, tea, sodas, energy drinks, even in chocolate. When you consume caffeine, your blood vessels tighten, your heart rate speeds up, your blood pressure rises, sometimes for hours. Now, for some people, the effect is mild, but for others, especially those already dealing with hypertension, it can send numbers soaring. The problem? You might not notice. No headache, no racing heart, just a quiet rise in pressure until your doctor sees it, or worse, until something happens. So here's what you can do. Try checking your blood pressure before and after your morning coffee. If you notice a pattern, higher readings, jitteriness, headaches, it may be time to cut back or switch to decaf. This isn't about losing your morning ritual. It's about protecting your heart while still enjoying your day. Now let's talk about alcohol. A glass of wine can feel like relaxation in a bottle, but for many seniors, alcohol becomes more harmful than helpful. It raises blood pressure, it interferes with medications, it disrupts sleep, it can even increase stress and worsen feelings of anxiety or depression. And here's something most people don't know. As you age, your body processes alcohol more slowly. That means the same drink that felt fine at 40 might hit harder at 70 and linger longer too. Drinking more than one alcoholic beverage a day can quietly shift from enjoyment to risk, especially if you're also taking blood pressure medications. The mix can cause dizziness, confusion, liver strain, or dangerous drops in pressure. But here's the beautiful part. You have options. You don't have to give up comfort. You just have to redefine it. Try this. Herbal teas like chamomile, peppermint, or rooibos, calming, flavorful, and heart-friendly. Sparkling water with a splash of lemon or berries, refreshing and festive. Even red wine in smaller amounts, or less frequently, can still feel like a treat. Because what your heart needs isn't perfection, it's intention. Knowing how caffeine and alcohol affect your body gives you the power to choose differently, to drink wisely, to listen to your body. Every small adjustment becomes a way of saying, I still care. I'm still in control. I'm still worth protecting. Your doctor can't fix what they don't know. And yet, one of the most common mistakes seniors make when managing high blood pressure is staying silent, not asking questions, not mentioning symptoms, not saying anything when something feels off, because it feels small, or because you don't want to be a burden. But here's the truth. You're not a burden. You're the reason your doctor is there. Managing blood pressure isn't just about renewing prescriptions once a year. It's an ongoing conversation, one where every piece of information matters. Your energy, your sleep, your moods, your side effects. That weird dizzy spell last Thursday, because blood pressure is affected by all of it. It changes with your stress, with your diet, with new medications, supplements, even the weather. If your provider doesn't know what's happening day to day, they're working with only half the picture, and half a picture can lead to missed warning signs. Many seniors hesitate to speak up. Maybe you were raised to tough it out. Maybe you don't want to seem difficult. Maybe you just think it'll pass. But silence doesn't solve. It delays help. And here's what happens far too often. Someone experiences side effects, fatigue, swelling, brain fog, and instead of mentioning it, they quietly stop their meds. No call, no discussion, just hoping things will improve. But that decision, it can undo months of progress, or worse, lead to complications that could have been easily avoided with one honest conversation. Here's how to change that. Keep a simple log of your blood pressure readings. Bring it to every appointment. Write down how you've been feeling, physically and emotionally. Share any changes, new vitamins, supplements, routines, or symptoms. And if in-person visits are hard, ask about phone or video appointments. Many clinics now offer them. You don't need long appointments, you need open ones. Brief, honest, real. Your doctor isn't there to judge you, they're there to walk with you. And the more they know, the better they can guide your care. Because managing high blood pressure isn't a solo journey, it's a team effort. And your voice, your questions, your concerns, your story, is one of the most important tools in that toolbox. So speak up, stay curious, stay connected. Your health deserves a team, and every time you open the door to communication, You open the door to a stronger, steadier future. You've just taken an important step, because now, you don't just know about high blood pressure, you understand the quiet mistakes that can make it worse. And more importantly, you know how to change them. You've learned how skipping medication, even once, can undo months of protection, how sodium hides in healthy foods and quietly raises your numbers, why home monitoring is your early warning system, how stress isn't just in your mind, it's in your bloodstream, how just a little daily movement can breathe strength into your heart, how caffeine and alcohol, while comforting, can sometimes betray you, and why your voice, your questions, and your honesty with your doctor matter more than ever. Here's the good news. You don't have to fix everything at once. You just have to choose one small step. Maybe it's setting a reminder to take your pill on time. Maybe it's swapping one salty snack for something fresh. Maybe it's walking to the mailbox today or calling your doctor about a question you've been holding on to. Whatever it is, start there. Because blood pressure isn't just a number, it's a reflection of how you live. It mirrors your habits, your rhythm, your peace, and the beautiful thing is, habits can change, rhythms can shift, and peace, that can be reclaimed. One breath, one bite, one decision at a time. At Elder Wisdom and Strength, we believe that health isn't built through fear. It's built through clarity, through compassion, and through community. So if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more clear, practical health advice designed just for you. And most importantly, share this with someone you love. Because one small insight here might prevent one very big emergency out there. We rise stronger when we rise together. Here's to steady hearts, clear minds, and brighter tomorrows. You've got this, and we've got you.